Hey guys, it's me again. I just wanted to talk a little about my YouTube goals and how they've evolved over the years. And that got me thinking. We have a lot of goals ourselves, each and every one of us. And sometimes in life, we just think that there's no way we could do it. It's just too hard. But it's just the exact opposite of that. We can do anything. Everything that is within human limits. Everything that is within the limits of human capabilities. We can do anything. All we have to do is try. That's all we have to do. Sometimes it just doesn't, sometimes it just might not seem like it's worth it. The hard work, the sleepless nights, thinking that your life is going nowhere and you're wasting your time and energy, your life. We just have to keep going. Push through the hard times and eventually we will reap the benefits. We have to believe that. And we have to believe in our hearts that there is a day that time will come. Me, as for myself, I have my own dreams and goals and ambitions for myself. Just take my YouTube goals, for example. It's fascinating to me just how much they've evolved in the last few years. Let's start from the beginning. A few years ago, I saw a YouTube video. It was a gaming video. And it got me thinking, could I be on here one day? Could this be me someday? And that just sparked this entire just tree of ideas. So many ideas, countless of them, just ran through my brain. It was impossible to even keep track of them all. Fortunately, it's been really easy to keep track of all my YouTube titles because I've only had three of them. Technically 4. I'll show you what I mean in a second. My very first YouTube name, I'll never forget it. I kid you not, Game Master 2003. And actually, that was my main channel. What? Yeah, I was actually gonna have a secondary channel that was just for gameplay, solely for gameplay, and that was called Game Master Plays. What was I thinking? Now, this YouTube title sort of allowed me to get my feet wet in the whole concept of being on YouTube, if you know what I mean. And for a while, I envisioned myself in future YouTube doing all this really cool stuff. Doing reviews and gameplays, all this really cool, amazing stuff. And I stuck with this title for a long time, for about a year and some change. It wasn't until I started seeing other videos and it's complicated. I just was amazed at all these people on here just sitting in front of a camera, recording themselves playing games, and a bunch of other stuff. Because not even all YouTubers are gamers. It sort of inspired me to do the same, find my own path, follow my own personal YouTube rules and goals and aspirations. I guess you could say that YouTubers inspired me to follow my own path. And I couldn't be happier. A little while after, for a while, I was debating on what my new YouTube name would be because Game Master 2003, that wasn't gonna fly anymore. I had to get rid of that title really fast after that. It took me some doing and deciding and debating, but I finally decided on Cricket Gamer. Now, as with the first title, I stuck with this for a long time, and again, as with the first title, envision myself in future YouTube still with the same title, never changing it, doing all this amazing stuff. I'm going in a loop. Now, this still wasn't 100% my own YouTube name creation, because it was still named after another YouTuber whose name I will not mention. Shortly after, I did a search on YouTube of Cricket Gamer, and I found all these other YouTubers. And let me tell you something right now. Cricket Gamer, that name was mostly my own creation. I didn't look up that name and copy it from somebody else. I thought of that name. And I saw 10, 15 of these other people on YouTube with the exact same name I thought of. It just got me so upset, and I just was baffled at how how somebody else had already shared the exact same thought I had just now thought of. And I just stuck with it. I did not care. Well, I cared, but for a while I didn't care enough to change my YouTube name. It was my creation that I had thought of, and I did not want to switch it for anybody. In fact, I just changed my YouTube name from Cricket Gamer just a few weeks ago, actually. I'm serious. Seriously. Davey Cricket? That's a new name. I just thought of that just recently. I was still Cricket Gamer a few weeks ago. July 20th, I was Cricket Gamer. Yeah. Now here again, I was inspired to follow my own path. And that allowed me to discard the borrowed name. Sorry, the borrowed name, because a part of it I had already previously stated was named after another YouTuber. I remodeled it and I made it completely my own. A part of how I did this was because I saw that a lot of YouTubers managed to incorporate their actual names into their YouTube account. I found it really cool how they can incorporate their name into a 100% custom name. Names I could never think of. My thoughts were, well, if they could do it, no doubt I could do it. And afterwards, I came up with Davey Cricket. And I must say, I'm very proud of it. Very proud. 100% my own creation. I couldn't be happier, really. I don't think it's an appropriate time to think about or assume or imagine where my YouTube is going to be in, say, what, a year, a few years, or heck, even a month, or a few weeks even. You just don't know. You just never know. This is why it's important not to make assumptions, because we just don't know. We can't know. The future isn't set in stone. Every single action that we take can have a huge effect on the future. I know I'm not trying to sound sci-fi-y, but it's true. We don't always realize it, but every single step we take, every action we make, every word that comes out of our mouth can have lasting effects on everybody's future, every single person around us, not just us. We humans, we often forget that our actions have effect. Our actions, the things we do, affect other people. And I'd be lying if I said that this never happened to me, because it does. It happens to all of us. But we have to remember that we all share the same planet. We all live in the same territory. Even though we all live on separate countries and continents and states, separation is an illusion. We are all the same people. We are all humans. We all share the same race. Even though some of us are divided into several sub-races, we are all still humans. We're all part of this huge race called humanity. And we have to remember that we have to look out for each other. We have to watch each other's backs. And I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. What I'm trying to say is, never stop realizing your goals. It's never too late. We often like to think that we might mess our life up and there's just no way we could ever get it back on track. But that is not true. That is everything but true. It's never too late to get back on track. To take that step. Tell yourself that you're going to do this and you're not going to quit. You're going to follow through to the end. No matter what the cost. Just try to be the best you can be. Never stop realizing who you are inside. Never stop trying. Sometimes we might feel like we're caught in between a rock and a hard place. If we keep trying, we're going to fail. If we don't try, we're definitely going to fail. The only advice I have is just keep on keeping on. Be the best version of yourself. Want to be better. You have to want it. Wanting it, that's everything. Just you and your will to strive and to be the best you can be. That's all you need. That's all you need. Follow your dreams. Follow your passions. And never give up. Realizing what it is that you want from your life and why. Never be afraid to take that step. Venture into the unknown. Because it's about the journey. It's the journey that counts, not the end. We race to the end and we miss all of what life has to offer. And that's all I wanted to say. See you guys around.